afternoon, everyone. If you are able, please rise and remove your hats. Graduates, you can keep your hats on. We are playing of our national anthem by our orchestra, choir, and band. Please remain standing for the honor song presented by the Utaze Singers. Once again, I would like to welcome everyone to the graduation of the STH class of 2023. Now, before we begin, I would like to take a moment for everyone to silence their phones and devices. We don't want any Candy Crush notifications popping up. My name is Andrew Herman, and I am the 2023 class president. On behalf of my class, I would like to thank you all for coming and showing your support for the graduates. Your continuous support throughout the years is why we are here today. I would also like to give a sincere thank you to all the teachers, staff, and admin for all you have done for us throughout the past 4 years. And thank you for everyone else that was not listed. My English teachers always told me to start my speeches off with a joke. But, as many of you know, we have 6 other speakers tonight, so I figured one of them would do it. Don't worry everyone, we all have time limits. When I first realized I had to write a speech, I thought, how could I make it perfect? I thought, how could I make it perfect? How could I write a speech that would thank everyone and be meaningful? Then, as I started to write it, I thought, I can't write a speech where I talk at a smooth rate throughout the entire time. I can't project with my diaphragm like I was taught in my speech classes. I can't keep my peers from dazing off about supper plans because I get it, it's a long day. I'm hungry too. So how can I make a speech that people can listen to? Well, I can't because there's people in here that outright wouldn't like the speech, even if I gave a perfect one. And even worse, some people might not take anything away from it. Now, on the other end of that spectrum, I could give the worst speech ever. I could stutter through the entire thing, and my mom, who's right over there, would still be the proudest person in the gym, screaming at the end of my speech, and just screaming with love. It all depends on the perspective that you look at it from. People often expect perfection from themselves in our society today, and that's a self-destructive mindset. Now parents, before you get out your pitchforks and talk about how lazy our generation is, I'm not dissing the hard work or high expectations. By all means, graduates, aim for perfection, but be careful not to expect perfection, because that's how you fall into what I call the perfection trap. I like to use the phrase, perfectly imperfect. It's like when you're baking a cake and it came out of the oven a little bit lopsided, and it doesn't really look the best, but it still tastes amazing. That right there is what life's all about. It's just like a cake. Embracing our imperfections and enjoying the sweet moments along the way. Sorry, I have to. In the end, it's all perspective. Now, my fellow graduates, if you zoned out during that, lock back in for 20 more seconds of your time, please. If you ultimately fall into the trap of perfection, I leave you with some of the wisest words I've ever heard. When life is getting to be too much, anxieties are high, take a step back and realize we're just on a giant rock flying through space around a giant star. In a couple hours, no one will remember that you tripped walking up the steps in front of the whole comments. For me, in a couple days, hopefully, no one will remember that I gave the slowest Pledge of Allegiance in SCHS. Please, everyone, forget that. Please. Relax. It's okay. The planet will keep on spinning. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce the SCHS Orchestras performing Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana, arranged by Larry Moore. this time, please welcome Cobell Victorian Jenna Ainsworth to deliver her speech titled, "We Will Be Remembered."
Today is a day full of remembrance. We get to look back on our lives and think of all of the things that got us to this point, to graduating high school. It used to seem so far away, yet here we are. I bet most of us are remembering how we felt in youth soccer, hoops basketball, our first art classes. We're remembering singing in elementary concerts and playing our instruments for the first time. We're remembering getting our first job and fixing our first flat tire. Not only are we looking back and remembering the steps that got us to this stage, but a lot of us will walk out of here reflecting on what we will be remembered for. What will your friends, teachers, coaches, family members think of when they think about you? In our class, we have athletes, artists, mechanics, business people, mathematicians, singers, farmers, hunters, dancers, writers, you name it, someone with that skill is sitting out before us today. It can be easy to categorize ourselves this way, by the talents we have. But in the end, is that what we will be remembered for? Will I, speaking to you today, be remembered for my academic achievements that got me to this podium? I don't think so. Instead, what we will be remembered for is our interactions with others and how we made them feel. From our closest friends to most distant teachers, our actions made an impact on those around us, and that is what we will be remembered for. Maybe you were the star basketball player. Maybe you did paint a beautiful mural on the art room wall. Maybe you were the best musician or the most efficient mechanic. Each one of us has a unique aspect about us that will be remembered. However, I guarantee that what you will be remembered for most, what someone in this room, someone in our class, will remember you for, is being their friend, for always making them smile, for helping them with homework, or simply choosing to sit by them at lunch. Those everyday, seemingly mundane actions we took are going to leave the biggest mark once we leave. Now, as you are thinking back on your time in daycare, elementary, middle, and high school, think about the good you have done. Class of 2023, we will be remembered.
Thank you, Jenna. Next, Cobell Victorian Riley Dreyer delivered her speech titled, "We Grew Up."
Good evening, friends, family, teachers, faculty, and most importantly, the class of 2023. I am so honored to be speaking to all of you guys tonight. But first, I would like to thank my first grade teacher, because without her, I wouldn't even be standing here today. To my fellow classmates, we grew up. All we've ever wanted to do was to grow up. We grew up sharing endless laughter and inside jokes within the walls of our classroom since 2010. We grew to be taller, older, wiser, and stronger. We wanted to grow up. We grew up anxiously waiting for the bell to ring at the end of each day. We were reading picture books, then we moved on to chapter books, and here we are today, closing the chapter of our lives and turning the page to a new one. For the past 13 years, we grew up learning and earning wisdom from the teacher we've had who have ignited something within us to be our best selves. We grew up with the world at our fingertips, the internet shaping and shifting the world as we touched it. We've seen abundant transformations to fashion, social media, not realizing we were transforming too. Some of us even grew bunions, or maybe that was just me, but what we didn't realize was how fast we were growing up. The past 13 years flew by. Years of waiting for this very moment turned into months, the months then turned into weeks, the weeks turned into days, and now the days have come to an end. We grew up dreaming about the day we get to go off on our next adventure, talking about how we couldn't wait until graduation, eager to explore the world. And here I stand before you today as we all take our first steps down our own paths. We grew up overcoming unforeseen difficulties, wheeling through all sorts of ups and downs, from experiencing the unknowns of COVID, unspoken hardships, and even losing loved ones. I know everyone here today has had their own difficulties, but we all still made it to this day. We grew up making cherished memories that'll last a lifetime, and even though we grew up full of dreams and disappointments, difficulties and successes, tears and laughter, we know we still have growing to do, and we are all grateful for the moments that brought us here. Congratulations to the class of 2023. We grew up.
Thank you, Riley. And now I would like to introduce the Shawnee Community High School Band performing Frozen. Please welcome co-valedictorian Anna Etten to deliver her speech, The Bigger Picture.
What comes to mind when I say the words instant gratification? Some may think that it's something that quickly brings one joy, and others may think that it's something that brings immediate praise for the completion of a task. And some may have no idea what it means and have never heard of it. Instant gratification is having the temptation and resulting tendency to forego a future benefit in order to obtain a less rewarding but more immediate benefit. And while I will not deny that there are some pros to instant gratification, like finding joy in the small things, I will also say it is a very tricky idea to manage, because if you get caught up in the celebration of every little victory, you will lose sight of the bigger picture. And in the process of reaching a big goal, like getting a degree, a certification, or landing that big job, it's crucial to manage every step of that journey in a way that you can enjoy it, but stay focused on your desire. Instant gratification can bring us happiness, but that excitement is not long-lasting. The joy is over quickly, and we have to keep working to find that next moment of joy. Therefore, when we stick to our plans, keep our sight on the bigger picture, and keep moving forward to accomplish the goals we have set for ourselves, we can find long-lasting happiness because we have changed where we are in life. You have gone from a college student to someone with a bachelor's degree. You have gone from a worker on the floor to the manager. You have all worked for the past 14 years of your lives to grow yourselves from kids in pre-K all the way up to where you are now, about to be high school graduates. Something I have struggled greatly with, however, is finding balance in all the commotion school, life, and work brings. If you are constantly working on achieving something every waking moment of your life, you will become burnt out, lose your passion for what you are doing, and have trouble being successful. However, that does not mean falling in the trap of instant gratification. You can still do meaningful tasks that help you move towards reaching your goals, and you can do this in healthy, manageable steps. When you find this balance in your life, you will see that you can have the best of both worlds. You will not be facing the long-term consequences from falling into the trap of instant gratification, and you will also not be so burnt out you can barely function. Therefore, with a good work-life balance, you will be more likely to be successful. And while we all may measure success in different ways, no matter what your definition of success is, the more time, effort, and passion you put into a plan, the more considerable an accomplishment is. If you fall into the habit of using instant gratification to feel successful, you will no longer have growth, long-term happiness, or any true feeling of accomplishment. When you know you put in your best work and effort, there's a notable difference in the amount of satisfaction you feel. Therefore, the greater the goal, the greater the achievement, the greater the challenge, the greater the growth, the greater the accomplishment, the greater the triumph. Thank you.
Next, co-valedictorian Madeline Haley will deliver her speech titled, Dance Like Everyone is Watching.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming today, and congratulations to the class of 2023. As some of you may know, I've been a dancer for 15 years, and today I want to share with you a common phrase that I always grew up hearing. Dance like nobody's watching. Believe me when I tell you that I lived by this quote. I had posters of it up on my wall, I related to songs with the same message, and I had some dance parties in my room that should definitely be on America's Funniest Home Videos right now. I spent a large majority of my childhood living with this concept. But looking back on it today, I feel I was living in the wrong message. Dance like nobody's watching. The real question is, why is nobody watching? I believe that this quote sends the wrong message because it implies that you are concerned of others' judgment or you are embarrassed at how you dance. And I want to relate this revelation to today. When we step out of this room, the world is ours to pursue. I know everyone in a cap and gown today has a dream waiting to be fulfilled. But what I fear is that some of us will walk out of that door right into a trap, the trap of expectation. Every single one of us has pressures put on our lives, whether it's from society, our parents, or our peers. We all feel the need to live up to those demands. With today's instance, when you get your diploma, maybe your mom expects you to be a doctor because it is one of the most prestigious careers out there. Or maybe your dad expects you to take over the family business one day because why would you want to do anything else? Or maybe your friends mock your dream of becoming a professional artist, giving you embarrassment and doubt. I want everyone to know that these expectations do not define your future. If you follow a path based on what others think, you are dancing like nobody is watching, hiding your dreams from the outside world because of fear or embarrassment. My advice for everyone today: defy your parents, ignore your friends' opinion, and choose a future that you desire. Life gives us so many paths to choose from, and I want everyone in the Shannell class of 2023 to strive for your dreams on your own terms. Cross the stage, grab your diploma, and dance like everyone is watching. Thank you.
Next, I would like to introduce the concert choir and their performance of You'll Never Walk Alone, as well as Climb Every Mountain, arranged by Mark Hayes.
Thank
stage to present your speech titled, Value That Can't Appreciate.
Good evening, everyone. Well, on the surface, I may look calm and ready to give this speech. I'm actually really nervous. I'm thankful I have everything written down, so I can't forget what I'm going to say. Growing up, everyone around us has tried to give us countless pieces of advice about adulthood. The piece of advice I'd like to talk about today is why I've been told to never buy a new car right off the lot. It depreciates exponentially in value. In a lot of ways, I think we view ourselves in the same light. As soon as we're less than perfect, we're no longer valuable or worthy. And I'd like to tell you, right here, right now, that your worth can never depreciate. I'd like to share a quote that I think defines this quite well. Despite what you may believe, you can disappoint people and still be good enough. You can make mistakes and still be capable and talented. You can let people down and still be worthwhile and deserving of love. Everyone has disappointed someone they care about. Everyone messes up, lets people down, and makes mistakes. Not because we're inadequate or fundamentally inept, but because we're imperfect and fundamentally human. Expecting anything different is setting yourself up for failure. Unlike a car, your worth can't change if you break down, fail, or quit working. Often, fear of failure or the fear of disappointing someone stops us from trying new things, pushing ourselves to be better, or even living to our fullest potential. Bad news, we're going to fail. Each and every one of us. Every one of us is going to disappoint someone. Good news, these failures and disappointments do not define who we are as people or our worth. When giving this speech, I didn't want to let my fear of disappointing someone and standing out stop me from trying something new. So, in the wise words of Eminem, everything you're scared to say, don't be afraid to say no more. So, before I finish my speech, I'd like to ask a question. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Oh, would you look at that? I'm already standing. Life is a struggle. It makes us who we are. Oftentimes we fumble. It makes our goals seem very far. It's how you pick yourself back up that defines your true direction, so don't let a short little fall make you believe you're anything but perfection. We are all on a journey. None of us know the end. Be good to those around you, but never ever bend. Your worth is intrinsic. It's who you are inside. It's never ever changing, so take every challenge in stride. Thoreau once said, let your life be counter friction to stop the machine. I say, live life with some conviction and let your light gleam. Today our journey's at a crossroads, and I hope you're not afraid to fail. Life often seems to go, but that doesn't mean you can't sail. Now look, there's no vomit on my gown, and I've proved to the town that I'm the real Slim Shady who can always bring the house down. Thank you.
Thank you, MC Anya. Will the Go valedictorian, Aiden Preston, please come forward to present Keep Me in the Moment.
Let's take a moment to think about ourselves and consider 3 important questions. First, what memories are you most grateful for within the past 4 years? Second, what is something you wish to accomplish in the future? And finally, how have you appreciated the present day? These questions serve as reminders, guiding our focus to our current position and future aspirations. As students, we have undergone significant growth and transformation in a short period of time. So as we look back on our high school career, it's important to be grateful for opportunities we've had both inside and outside of school that have made us the people we are today. Equally deserving of our appreciation are the individuals who have positively influenced our lives, whether that be family members, friends, coaches, or teachers. They have enabled us to accomplish great things and given us lifelong memories. Now, as graduating seniors, a lot of pressure is put on us to start gearing up for what's next. I know that all of us have probably spent more time than we should worrying about what we need to do to prepare for what lies ahead after high school. Instead of becoming consumed by the future, let us narrow our focus to what truly matters, to what we really wish to accomplish. And instead of worrying too much about how it's all going to come together, try to think about what you can control today. It can be difficult to stay present in our lives when we get overwhelmed with the demands from the world around us, always pushing us forward, or when we can't seem to get our minds off of something negative from the past. My mom would often remind me, whenever I was anxious to get to the next thing, to never wish time away. How many times as high school students do you think we said phrases like, "I wish this week would just be over," or "I wish summer break would get here faster"? While we won't enjoy every moment, it's important that we always keep our eyes open for blessings in our life that we might otherwise miss. There is a song that encompasses this message perfectly, written by a Christian artist named Jeremy Camp. It's titled "Keep Me in the Moment." And part of the lyrics say this: "Lord, keep me in the moment. Help me live with my eyes wide open, because I don't want to miss what you have for me." Do not get preoccupied with what you're doing, that life passes you by, and then one day you wake up wishing that you could go back. And from the questions I asked at the beginning, it's important to remember that reliving good memories and having goals for the future are great things, but you won't be able to enjoy either of them if you don't make the most of today. With all of that, there is just one thing you take away from this message. Remember that if you ever get overwhelmed and are trying to get your focus back on track, remind yourself to be present in your life each day, not just for yourself, but also for the people around you, in order to accomplish what you want in the future while creating memories along the way. And to my classmates, I just want to say congratulations. Enjoy this moment because you've all worked incredibly hard. You have earned it. Thank you.
Thank you to all the valedictorians for your words of wisdom. Next, I would like to introduce Superintendent Mr. Kurt Krzan and his speech titled "Responding to Adversity."
Thank you, Andrew, for the introduction. Could we please get one more round of applause to recognize the great speeches by our sixth grade valedictorians? As Andrew mentioned, I am Kirk Krzan. I'm proud to serve as the superintendent for the Shawano School District. At this time, I'd like to also recognize some members of our Board of Education who are in attendance tonight. When I call your name, will you please stand to be recognized? Mike Musloff, President. Bobby Lemeron, Vice President. Gina Winslow, Clerk. Karen Smith, Treasurer. Mark Grams, Member. Al Piaskowitz, Member. And Frank Kugel, Member. Thank you to our Board of Education for all they do to support education in the Shawano School District. All right, class of 23, today's a momentous day in your lives. You've worked hard, overcome challenges, and achieved great things. On behalf of all the faculty and staff, I'd like to congratulate you on this important milestone of your lives. Graduation day is a time to reflect on what you've accomplished and look forward to the future with optimism and enthusiasm. It's a time to celebrate your achievements and the hard work that got you here. You have faced challenges over the past few years. You've juggled classes, extracurriculars, part-time jobs, personal responsibilities. You've pulled all-nighters to finish assignments and studied for exams until your brain felt like it would explode. But through it all, you've persevered. You have emerged stronger and more determined than ever. On several occasions throughout your school years, you've been faced with adversity. In-person learning, virtual learning, asynchronous, synchronous, masked and unmasked, just to name a few. You faced and will face adversity at numerous points throughout your life, and when you have two options when adversity calls. You can face the adversity as a buffalo or as a cow. So right now you might be asking yourself, what do buffaloes and cows have to do with adversity? Well, let me further explain with a short story about buffaloes, cows, in the state of Colorado. I'm going to wrap this all together. You guys will see how it works out. So Colorado may be famous for the Rocky Mountains, but did you know it's a state that's almost perfectly split into two geographical landscapes? On the eastern part of the state are the Great Plains of Kansas, and because of their unique topographical landscape, it's one of the few places in the world where both buffaloes and cows survive in close proximity. So when a storm blows in to the Kansas plains of Colorado, it almost always blows from the west and rolls out towards the east. So now when a cow senses a storm coming from the west, they start to try to run towards the east, away from the storm. As you know, cows don't move very fast, so the storm catches up with them quickly, and without knowing any better, the cows continue to try to outrun the storm. Cows have been witnessed trying to run through electric and barbed wire fences in an attempt to outrun a storm backwards. Instead of outrunning the storm, they run along with the storm, maximizing the amount of pain, time, and frustration. Now compare that to the buffalo. The buffalo does something very unique. When buffaloes see a storm coming from the west, they run towards the storm, charging directly into it. Instead of running east away from the storm, they run west directly at the storm, running right through it. By charging through the storm, the buffalo minimize the pain and time and frustration experiencing the storm. So notice how the exact same storm has two different impacts felt differently by how you approach that storm. So I ask you, you will face adversity or storms in your life. We also don't always get to choose whether or not we will have a storm. The only choices we have is how and when we respond to those storms. So when your next storm comes, will you run away from it like the cow, or will you charge through the adversity like the buffalo? Class of 23, as you go out into the world, I encourage you to stay true to yourselves, follow your passions, and make a positive impact in your community. The world needs your creativity, your intelligence, and your unique perspectives. But this world also needs perseverance, tenacity, and your buffalo mentality. So in closing, I'd like to say on behalf of the faculty and staff of Shawnee School District that we are proud of all of you, the hard work you have put in to get to this point. We wish you all the best as you embark in the next stages of your journey. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Thank you, Mr. Kazan. I'd like to call Shawnee Community High School Principal Cindy Pavelski to the stage for the presentation of the class of 2023.
Good evening, parents, faculty, staff, and of course, the graduating class of 2023. Congratulations to all of you on this momentous day and the completion of your high school journey. Today marks an important milestone in your lives, and I would like to take a moment to reflect on what brought us here today. You have worked hard and persevered through many obstacles to get to this point. As we celebrate this moment of accomplishment, I want to remind you to find your passion. I hope that you take this opportunity to explore different paths and interests. Regardless of where your future takes you, it is important to find something that you are passionate about and pursue it with all of your heart. Pursuing your passion can be a daunting task, but it is worth it in the end. It is the journey of discovery and exploration that is the most rewarding. As Carl Jung once said, the privilege of a lifetime is being who you are. The world needs passionate, driven individuals to make a difference. If you take the time to find something that you are passionate about, that speaks to your soul, you will be able to make a positive impact in your life and the lives of those around you. It has been my pleasure to meet and work with each one of my Shawnee Community High School students. Now, I would like to recognize two retirements this evening from Shawnee Community High School. Mrs. Pam Anholt Patterson for her 26 years of service. And Mrs. Sue Mady. like to call the members of the Shawano School District Board of Education in attendance tonight to the stage. Superintendent Kazan, I am pleased to announce that each of these graduates have met the requirements prescribed by the state of Wisconsin, the Department of Public Instruction, and those of the Shawano School District. These students are qualified to be deemed graduates of Shawano Community High School. At this time, I ask that Mrs. Deanna Arrowwood, Associate Principal, come to the stage to announce our 2023 Shawano Community High School graduates.
You have no idea how nervous I am. Andrew David Herman. Jenna Grace Ainsworth. Riley Now Dreyer. Anna Elizabeth Etten. Madeline Laura Haley. Anya Ray Hoffman. Aiden Robert Preston. Nathan Wayne Allers. Ariana Nicole Albert. Emily Elizabeth Alvarez. Brady Charles Anderson. Renza Morgan Anthony. Aaron Johnson Awanape. Braden Rossman Barkley. Jacoby Allen Baumgartner. Marie Rose Blake. Michaela Renee Blanky. Jamin Lee Bovine. Lane Russell Bonde Duquesne. Jackson Vernon Boucher. Allison Kateri Brewer. Allison Ann Brown. Isaac Roger Bittner. Autumn Michelle Bunker. Marie Elizabeth Burke. Deacon James Carroll. Sarah Ann Carroll. Alexis Rain Christopherson. Chase Terrence Christensen. Jace Frederick Conrad. Rachel Ella Cooper. Leilana Amani Corona. Owen Patrick Curran. Kevin Anthony Diaz. Megan Grace Dillenberg. Samuel Lee Doberstein. Casmira Luna Duchesne. Colin Harvey Ellsworth. Blaze Phoenix Wade Fernandez. Krista Jean Forby. Brady Ryan Glish. Kirsten Grace Getch. Lydia Joy Green. Landon J. Gretzinger. Luke Jeffrey Gunther. Mason William Hammond. Brady Richard Hannes. Blake Jeffrey Hartman. Brianna Rochelle Hayburn. Alexandria Maya Heath. Dominic James Helder. Brooklyn Elizabeth Haling. Ashton James Henning. Akoya Ann Hernandez. Alexander Hunter Hitty. Ava May Huntington. Hoi Tuong Hoing.
Isabella Alana Irving. Seth Thomas Johnson. Brady Eugene Jones. Jonathan Jerry Jumanville. Ha Young Gloria Kim. Jada Desiree Kaler. Joran Jameson Cable. Braden Anthony Caney. Kellen Patrick Kramer. Tegan May Kristoff. Bryson John Krieger. Nicholas Taylor Kucher. Adam Joseph Cunninger. Parker Stanley Kunze. Allison Ray Lafine. Jacob Lee Landon. Caden James Laurent. Leslie Ann Lemron. Oliver David Lepsher. Laquan Uriah Lorenz. Brianna Idabel Lubeck. Evelyn May Lyles. Felix Arthur Lyles. Jeffrey King Lyons. Joshua David Lyons. Noah Lee Lyons. Shandy Purnell Madash. Connor David Majeski. Raven Renee Marquette. Isaiah Robert McDowell. Rebecca Bryn McNeil. Michael James Metcalf Draston. Aiden Robert Misbauer. Mackenzie Ann Misbauer. Layla Elani Elian
Iroquois Lakota Mohawk. Lily Jane Montour. Summer Rose Morris. Trinity Elizabeth Morris. Braden Robert Mott. Maya May Nelson. Chad William Norton II. Tyler James Ott. Cassandra Lynn Owen. Alexander Oliver Pate. Gabriella Hope Peralta. Julian Roberto Perez. Austin James Peters. Lindsay Nicole Peters. Jaden Rocco Pinero. Ethan Clarence Pleshette. Michael James Pocan. Bryce William Papp. Alexia Marie Powell. Aaliyah Marie Prokash. Rowan Hartford Kubans. Kasesa Lynn Piaskowitz. Tucker James Piaskowitz. Dakota Jade Hiawase. Kendra Marie Hiawase. Emma Rochelle Rader. Asacia Grace Rancier. Haley Aaliyah Rancier. Brandon Gerald Reed. Aiden Michael Reedy. Julia Lamos Rader. Nolan Timothy Reamer. Ian Gregor Bretzloff Rigsby. Thomas Robert Rint. Elizabeth Jaden Robinson. Cadence Shannon Rohr. Nathaniel Roger Rohr. Avriel Lewis Schultz. Adela Grace Sheldon. Brandon Tyler Smith. Cole Wesley Smith. Mariah May Sage. Hayden Alexi Stange. Bristol Morgan Steer. Grace Marie Stever. Jackson Ronald Sumnick. Aiden Michon Thunder. Angel Veronica Turtelot. Sean Anthony Turtelot. Jillian Diana Tucker. Tatiana Lee Tucker. Morgan Lee Venifrin. Catalina Nini Wu. Lincoln Keith Walker. Alora May Wapus. Logan Michael Webster. Seth Thomas Wiemeyer. Avon Monroe Rousseau. Alec Gunnar White. Eli Bruce Williams. Seth Gordon Williams. Macy Lee Winston. Kirsten Lee Wolf. Ava Lynn Woodkey. Andrew Joseph York. Hayden Michael Young. Ethan James Zastro. Matilda Lena Dorn. Andrea Jimenez Naharo. Tybalt Andre Julian Couch. At this time, I ask all to please stand for the playing of our school song. The words are in your program. Following our school song is the recessional song, Throne Room March from Star Wars, arranged by John Williams.
It is with great pleasure that I present to you the Shawano Community High School Class of 2023.